COVID recovery rate in India crosses 5.5 lakh mark. Recovery rate reaches 63.01%. Flood fury continues in 23 districts of Assam. Death toll rises to 48. In Shillong, a 48-hour lockdown begins today following spike in corona cases in the city. CBSE announces Class 12 results. Overall pass percentage is 88.78. Girls outshine with 5.96 higher percentage than boys. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with Chief Executive Officer of Google. Announces investment of 75,000 crore rupees in India over next 5 to 7 years. Good evening viewers and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Sukanya Bharadwaj and now the news in detail. The total number of recovered people affected with coronavirus today crossed the 5.5 lakh mark. India records a total of 8,79,904 corona positive cases till date. The death toll rose to 23,200 whereas 5,54,908 have recovered till date. Delhi count a total of 1,12,494 COVID cases whereas the same rose to 2,54,427 in Maharashtra. Indian Council of Medical Research said that a total of 2,19,103 tests of coronavirus samples have been done so far. As of now, total 1,200 laboratories across India have been given approval to conduct the test for COVID-19, including 852 government laboratories and 348 private laboratory chains. In Assam, as many as 23 districts are still reeling under floodwater, although the water levels in the rivers started to recede. According to a report by Assam Disaster Management Authority today, the flood havoc still continues in 2,075 villages comprising 76 revenue circles in the state. Around 13,26,042 people are affected due to the rain and 48 people lost their lives till now. Around 126 relief camps are accommodating around 22,300 inmates. Crop area to the tune of 84,000 hectares have been damaged due to the flood. Heavy soil erosion have affected areas in Vishwanath, Sunitpur, Nagaon, Udalguri, Chirang and Baksha. NDRF and SDRF personnel are pressed into service for rescue works in the flood affected areas. With the rise in the water level of river Brahmaputra, areas of Kaziranga National Park is also affected by flood. The rising water level is causing insecurity and fear among the people who live in those areas. The animals are running towards Karbi Hills in order to protect themselves. Few shelters have been established near National Highway 37.
मेनली इटे बानपानी टाइमत मने आमार काजिरंगा ताका हरिण और इटो हाथी मैक्सिमम मने कार्बी आंगलांग पहाड़ पाले इटो ताके और इन केस ऑफ इटो राइनो मने मैक्सिमम मोर देन 90% मने आमार एरिया ते ताके इटो हाईलैंड बिलक तोला बालकी यूज करे बालेमान इटो आमार हाईलैंड बिलक ऑलरेडी ग्रास कंट्रोल मैनेजमेंट बिलक करा विसे तो सफिशिएंट इटे ग्रास आसे और बालेमान पानी में टका भी तो
With incessant rain in the state, fresh flood occurred in West Khasi Hills district. Landslides also occurred in some parts of Nongstoin following the heavy rainfall. Several houses and shops located on the river banks of Nondin and Nonba were badly affected in the districts. Disaster Management Officer J. Mautho urged people to stay alert, though no casualties have been reported so far. A 2-day total lockdown with curfew have been imposed in Shillong, which currently accounts for 95% of active COVID cases in Meghalaya. The lockdown that began today is intended to enable the government machinery to extensively trace contacts of the recent cases in different localities. Only essential services are allowed during these days, with all commercial establishments remaining shut. The latest update from the state government has put the number of active cases at 248. However, it is worth mentioning that 178 out of the 248 are BSF personnel who tested positive from various camps in Shillong. The CBSE board today announced their Class 12 results today. The girls have once again outshined boys in the examination. The girls have recorded 5.96% higher pass percentage than the boys. The overall pass percentage in the examination is 88.78. This year, the CBSE board has recorded an increase of 5.38% in pass percentage as compared to last year. Trivandrum region has the highest pass percentage at 97.67, while Patna region recorded the lowest at 74.57%. The pass percentage of Delhi region is 94.39. The result can be accessed at www.cbseresults.nic.in, www.cbse.nic.in and www.results.nic.in. Students can also access their results through the telephone number 011-234-000-699. I repeat, 234-000-699. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today interacted with Chief Executive Officer of Google, Sundar Pichai. In a series of tweets, Mr. Modi said they spoke on a wide range of subjects, particularly over leveraging the power of technology to transform the lives of Indian farmers, youngsters and entrepreneurs. Mr. Modi said during the interaction, he spoke about the new work culture that is emerging in the times of COVID-19. The minister even added they discussed about the challenges the global pandemic has brought to areas such as sports and also talked about the importance of data security and cyber safety. The Prime Minister said he was delighted to know more about the efforts of Google in several sectors, be it in education, learning, digital payment and more.
Approximately $10 billion into India over the next 5 to 7 years. We will do this through a mix of equity investments, partnerships, and operational infrastructure in ecosystem investments.
India's moment has arrived. And I'm very happy that Google is recognizing the great power of India's digital empowerment, India's digital innovation, and the need to create further opportunity. I'm quite clear there is immense scope for Google through its good application of artificial intelligence to undertake new initiative in the field of agriculture, in the field of weather prediction, in the field of healthcare in the wake of COVID challenges. Most important.
Google CEO Sundar Pichai on Monday announced an investment of Rs 75,000 crore in India over the next 5 to 7 years through Google for India Digitization Fund. Addressing the Google for India event, Pichai asserted that the latest move is a reflection of the company's confidence in the future of digital economy in India. Investment will focus on 4 key areas of India's digitization, he said. The government has closed the border hut due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but now there is a demand from both India and Bangladesh to open the border huts. BSF's DIG UK Nile said that border hut should be opened with strict protocol. The purpose for border hut was to promote local products and to increase the income of the local people.
Both sides of the IV, my personal opinion, if it is very essential, then we should reduce the number of these people visiting that border hut. And
Railways and Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal said that Atmanirbhar Bharat is about opening India's doors for greater global engagement. He said the government wants Indian entrepreneurs to be a part of the resilient global chain. Addressing the 184th Annual General Meeting of the Bombay Chamber of Commerce through video conferencing, the minister said the Atmanirbhar Bharat is a strong, resilient and confident India in which trade bodies have a very important role to play as partners of India's growth story. He urged the trade bodies to work collectively to achieve the targets. He said the government is identifying sectors where the exports can be enhanced and imports can be substituted. 12 industry sectors have been identified to promote Indian manufacturing. Referring to COVID-19 pandemic, the minister said Indians have been working together to convert this crisis into an opportunity and responded well to the Prime Minister's call to fight the virus. He said India is producing sufficient number of PPE and masks to tackle the crisis. He also prayed for the speedy recovery of superstar Amitabh Bachchan and his family members who have tested COVID positive. The construction of railway line from Tripura's capital Agartala to Akhora in Bangladesh through Nichintapur border and construction of diversion road from Sachindrapal Para to Palan Para was inspected by Member of Parliament Pratima Bhaumik along with State Transport Minister Pranajit Singh Roy and other officials. The railway line, which is supposed to be completed in September 2020, have been delayed and now targeted to be completed by March 2021. During the meeting, some local issues were also discussed and expected to be resolved. Development Minister of Guwahati Municipality Development Authority Siddhartha Bhattacharya today inaugurated an electronic cremation ground in Ramakrishna Mission Road in Ulubari. The cremation ground is named after Banikanto Kakoti. The entire project is worth Rs 5 crore 10 lakh. The main objective is to cremate COVID-19 patients during this period of ongoing pandemic. This cremation bed, which will burn the dead bodies at a temperature of 600 degrees, is updated with technology to minimize air pollution. Union Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju will hold discussions with sports ministers of all states and union territories from tomorrow to figure a way forward as sporting activities begin to resume amid the gradual lifting of the COVID-19 lockdown. The two-day online meeting will review the action taken during the pandemic and discuss resumption of sporting activities at the state level along with identification of budding talent through competitions at block and district levels. Rijiju said the country is in the second phase of unlock now, and it is important to have a dialogue with the states to align the way forward for sports and youth-related activities. The national camps of athletics and weightlifting have restarted, while boxers will resume training in the next couple of weeks amid strict health safety measures. Rijiju also praised the 75 lakh volunteers from Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan NYKS and National Service Scheme NSS who have helped the civic bodies in country's war against the coronavirus. During the meeting, inclusion of fitness and sports in the curriculum of schools across the country will also come up for discussion. The two-day meet will also deliberate on plans to conduct Khelo India events and youth festivals later this year or early next year. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Centre of Policy Research and Analysis of Shillong hosted an e-symposium on logistic management under the e-symposia series of Emergent Northeast India Strategic and Developmental Imperatives. Nitin Gadkari, Minister of Road Transport and Highways and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, took part in the e-symposium through video conferencing. He said that impetus is on management institutes to contribute management strategies and solutions by comprehensively assessing the strength and weaknesses related to the industrial upliftment. Technical sessions and the entire conduct of the e-symposium was streamed live through Facebook and Twitter handles of the institute. To end the news headlines once again. COVID recovery rate in India crosses 5.5 lakh mark. Recovery rate reaches 63.01%. Flood fury continues in 23 districts of Assam. Death toll rises to 48. Shillong, a 48-hour lockdown begins today following spike in corona cases in the city. CPSE announces Class 12 results. Overall pass percentage is 88.78. Girls outshine with 5.96 higher percentage than boys. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with Chief Executive Officer of Google, announces investment of 75,000 crore rupees in India over the next 5 to 7 years. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.